Let's learn how to create a faux finish on top of these little auction tables. When I picked up these two little tables from the auction, there was something that I wasn't aware of when I bought them. Even though they were high quality Broyhill tables, the top of them was made with particle board and the particle board was failing badly. So in today's 10-minute tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to fix this problem. You're going to start by scraping off all of that failing finish. Any loose bits of particle board need to be filled in with Dixie Belle's mud. When you sand this back to flat, it's going to give us a nice smooth surface to get started on. Don't worry, we're going to take this little tabletop and make it look like real wood. Now that we have sanded back our tabletops, we are going to begin our faux finish painting. You're going to start with a neutral brown color. This color is called Mud Puddle from Dixie Belle. I found that using a color in this shade works the best when creating a faux finish. Paint on one even coat of Mud Puddle before you start with your gel stain. To complete your faux finish painting today, you're going to need a black and a brown water-based gel stain, along with a wood graining tool. This is a wood graining tool. When you use it pulled across the top of a painted surface, it's going to simulate a wood grain finish. You can see when I open the package that there's a couple of different parts inside. I will be using the small handled tool with the curved surface. This is also the first time that I've ever used it, so we're going to learn together. For today's project, I will be using Tobacco Road and Black Magic. These are both VooDoo Gel Stains that are water-based and easily mixed together. You could also use a watered-down chalk mineral paint for this part of the project as well. The reason I like to use a VooDoo Gel Stain for this part of the project is that it's nice and loose and watery. This means if I make a mistake with the wood graining tool, I can simply wet down a rag and pull it off. Using a synthetic brush, but honestly I think you could use a chip brush as well, I'm going to apply a heavy layer of this paint mix onto the top of my table. Paint mix or VooDoo Gel Stain, they're basically the same. Well, this is still wet, and right after you apply it, you're going to take your wood graining tool and pull it across the top of the table. Pull it across in the direction of the wood grain and give it a little bit of a wiggle to see what kind of patterns you can create. Like I said, this was a first time for me too, so I actually did wipe this down and start again, figuring out the proper wood pattern that I liked for the top of the table, and continuing this along the top until I covered the entire surface where the mud puddle was applied. I've found that using a light hand and pushing the little tool back and forth to create that wiggle is the best way to get the most authentic looking wood grain. I also want you to be aware that this VooDoo Gel Stain is going to dry a little bit darker than it looks right now on your screen. The whole point of this part of the wood graining process is to create those little peaks and valleys and that wood grain surface on top of the table. We will be adding no paint gel stain, which is oil based, on top of this to warm up the color. Don't worry if you make a mistake. Remember, this VooDoo Gel Stain is actually water-based. You can simply use a damp rag and wipe it back. Keep going until you get the exact look that you're going for on the top of your table. Don't forget the front lip of the actual furniture piece as well as the sides. I decided to come in and do those last after I got the hang of using the tool. It is a little bit more tricky to do this on the edge of a table, but I think that it turned out great. And remember, this is going to dry a little bit darker. Once this is fully dried, we're going to add a nice warm gel stain over top. This is what the VooDoo Gel Stain looked like when it was dry. It was a little bit darker. Now for the next step, we're going to cover up that fake wood grain and give it more of a warm wood tone. We're going to warm up that wood finish using an oil-based gel stain. This color is walnut, but you can also use American honey or espresso. Simply wipe this on in the direction of the wood grain to cover up that faux finish and make it look a little bit more like real wood. I think this is what works the best to make your piece look like authentic wood, because the two colors underneath are basically just the layout, design, and faux finish lining before the warm gel stain goes over top. You can also choose to use as many coats of gel stain as you like to deepen and darken the effect. Since this gel stain is oil-based, it retains that nice, rich, dark color. For this project, I used 2 even coats of gel stain. I painted the base of these 2 end tables in a beautiful green color called Acadia. To seal up that no-pain gel stain and give it a nice protective layer, I'm going to use Gator Hide. Gator Hide is applied with a blue sponge, and also you're going to need a spray misting bottle filled with water. I find that the trick to getting Gator Hide to not have any streaks is to dampen your blue sponge before you begin. I really like to use Gator Hide on top of stained surfaces for protection and the beautiful shine that it gives. Using my dampened blue sponge, I'm going to wipe this on in the direction of the fake wood grain, covering the entire surface. You can lightly sand in between coats if you wish, but I applied 2 even coats of this beautiful top coat to the top of my faux finish tables. It's also helpful to overlap your strokes just a little bit to remove any streaks that you might get from the lines on the top of the finish. Now these 2 tables look beautiful. I am loving the vibe that they give for a stained surface on top of particle board. You wouldn't even know that that particle board was chipping, flaking, and falling off. I think using a wood graining tool was the perfect solution to this problem. And considering these 2 little tables only cost me a couple dollars at my local auction, it was totally worth it. I hope that you give that wood graining tool a try. I think that this 10-minute tutorial is something that any beginner can try and do on top of any sort of furniture, plastic, metal, or even a painted surface, but for sure on top of a damaged area like this.